Did you see that thing?
Someone's over there. Someone's legit.
On October 30th, 2025, the Paranormal Discovery team returned to the dark outskirts of Massachusetts, entering the areas of Rehoboth and Freetown State Forest within the notorious Bridgewater Triangle, a region known for strange legends and unexplained activity. Lomar and Steve planned another night off the grid, not in search of trouble, yet something lurking in the woods seemed aware of their presence from the moment they arrived.
We're back in the Freetown State Forest. Yeah, I'm actually back here because last night I encountered something like beyond strange. It was weird to me. It caused me pure fear. But the reason why I'm back here today is because I woke up, I'm like, tonight's a filming day. And if it's a filming day, what can I do to be proactive of the case that I experienced last night? I heard this weird residual, like almost satanic, but it was some sort of ritualistic, satanic scream. Thought I saw someone. Yeah, like I'm not joking, a murder scream. It was weird. I was kind of thinking, like, could it have been a residual, like, satanic from someone actually passed? And then I heard it in a residual way. I couldn't tell you. But since I am in the area right now, I think I'm gonna walk down it now that I have daylight. So I literally walk down here alone in the middle of the night. Where I am right now is smack dab in the Freetown State Forest. A lot of sketchy people. Hello? Somebody need help? Call out! Someone hurt? Nothing now.
He starts the day alone in Freetown, following the same path to where he had heard a disturbingly human scream the night before, calling out in case someone needed help, but the forest remains silent. Hours later, he reunites with Steve, and together they make their way toward Rehoboth.
Dude, it's coming from that way.
Are you sure? I think it's coming that way.
Is it? Either way, what the hell is that? Like, actually, it's kind of...
It doesn't sound like a dog.
No.
Oh, okay, now it's behind you.
They camp in a remote area where a fast-moving, bark-like growl circles their camp, making the presence feel threatening and unseen.
I heard something. Why does it feel like we're being watched?
Yeah. It's like... it's everywhere.
They turned to the spirit box for clarity, but instead it spat out disturbing words. Gruesome, hung, Peter, along with an unsettling reference to the 1950s. Before they could make sense of the message, the fully charged flashlight in his hand suddenly died, which they took as a chilling sign that something unseen had drained its energy.
Okay. Turn off. Okay. What just happened?
Dude, there's someone at our campsite. Well, not even kidding. I saw like a shadow move.
Are you serious?
I think it's by the table. That's my eyes are playing tricks on me, but probably somewhere.
Oh my god.
Hello? We know you're in there.
We're gonna use them if we need to. We have to come out. We mean no harm. We find it kind of weird that you're hanging around.
This is our campsite. I literally saw you go inside a tent. I'm gonna give you the count of 10 to get out. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Dude, our stuff, dude! Oh, no way. No way. Come on. Oh. Dude, Steve's literally leaving right now. No way. Oh. Come on. One. Oh. What's going on? What's that? Someone's over there. Someone's legit. Someone's actually there. Or that was like spiritual. I don't even know at this point. But somebody. What is that? All of our stuff is legit still there. I think I actually see someone still moving over there. Oh my God.
When they returned to camp, a dark silhouette stood motionless beside their table until the camera turned toward it, then suddenly slipped into their shelter, causing chaos before something bolted into the darkness. Even after it vanished, movement was still visible nearby, leaving the camp in uneasy silence. Viewers later debated the sounds and sightings, with some saying the growls resembled dogman howls, others claiming multiple figures near the trees, and several reporting their spirit talker apps echoed phrases like forest and you are trespassing. With no known predators in that area of Rehoboth, and two shapes appearing when only one was seen, it remains unclear what was following them through the woods. MKP Studios is run by Casey, an explorer known for venturing deep into remote wilderness in search of the unexplained. On this day, he entered the storm-soaked forests of Washington state, an area long tied to disappearances and strange voices said to surface during bad weather. The hike felt uneasy but manageable. Heavy rain, strips of caution tape tangled in trees, and odd items scattered along a creek raised questions, but nothing felt truly dangerous. That changed the moment he stepped into a narrow valley when a sudden, piercing cry cut through the storm.
That was like really loud and really close.
The moment left Casey with a chilling realization he wasn't alone. The growls were too close and too deep to match anything he recognized. He had planned to camp overnight, but the storm and those blood-curdling sounds decided for him. This wasn't a night to stay. By the time he reached the road, the adrenaline had faded, but the questions hadn't. Sounds like that linger, echoing long after the woods disappear in the rearview mirror. The creepy footage comes from Dr. Hannah Straight, who headed out alone into a remote stretch of wilderness, miles away from any real civilization. Locals had whispered about odd things happening out there, but almost no one had actually seen anything for themselves. What started as a calm, uneventful night quickly turned into one of the most disturbing moments she's ever experienced. It was November 4th, 2020, and she had settled in above her truck's cab, completely unaware that something strange and genuinely terrifying was about to happen.
Still waiting around. Haven't seen or heard anything. It's getting kind of late.
For about 2 minutes, Dr. Hannah didn't move, just watching the dark woods. She heard a small noise outside that sounded like something moving. The quiet felt heavier by the second, until a sudden sound made it clear that something was out there.
Did you see that thing? I wonder if the outside camera got it. I don't know what that thing was, but that was insane. I've never seen anything like that creature before. It's just ripping through the woods. It is terrifying, and I need to get out of here right now. I gotta go. This is insane. I gotta shut this off.
All of a sudden, a large upright figure ran between the trees, tearing through the woods with incredible speed and force. It disappeared into the darkness before she could fully process what she had seen. Shaken by the terrifying events of the night, she decided to leave immediately. My backyard birding is known for calm, relaxing nature clips, but this day was different. In the Great Smoky Mountains, with the sun still high, an unsettling sound echoed through the forest, instantly disrupting the peace. At first, it sounded mechanical, like distant machinery, but that made no sense. There was nothing nearby that could explain it. Then the sound changed. The mechanical tone deepened and slowly took on a strange, almost vocal quality. What once sounded like metal began to feel alive, like something trying to imitate it. Hearing something so unnatural in broad daylight made it even more unsettling. The Smoky Mountains are full of familiar sounds: birds, insects, wind, but this was none of them. Some believe it was an animal pushed to an extreme. Others suggest a rare acoustic echo, and some think the Smokies may still hold sounds we haven't yet identified. So, what do you hear? Jaime set off in his van for adventure, this time heading somewhere completely new. After hours on the road, he finally found a spot that seemed perfect, until he noticed a sign saying overnight camping wasn't allowed.
Bugger. Now what? Right, I think I'll go and have a look at where I was gonna park up, and I'll see if I'm gonna risk it or not. Well, that is the kissing bench, and that sign there says no fires, no camping, no overnight stays. And where I was gonna stop is basically just behind that sign. So I think that buggers that. Which is a shame, because if you look out over there, look at that for a view.
He went further into the woods, came across another open spot, and decided to take his chances.
I don't know what the hell's going on tonight. All sorts of weird singing going on in those woods. I think I'm gonna cook my tea and
At first, there were just soft sounds, but they slowly grew louder. The forest was foggy, quiet, and felt strangely empty. Except for the wildlife he could hear moving somewhere beyond the tree line. Curiosity got the better of him, so he grabbed his torch and went to check it out.
I really don't know whether this is a good idea, but perhaps I'll go over there with the light off. I've had a second thought. I don't know whether I really want to know what's going on in there. I think I'll go back to the van. It's bloody weird here, I tell you. Oh, bloody freezing.
But the farther he went into the darkness, the stronger that uneasy feeling became, like something was lurking just beyond the edge of the light. He didn't get very far before deciding to turn back. Later, once he was settled inside the van, a light appeared from the same stretch of woods where the noises had come from.
Just got out of the van to have a piss. What's that?
There's a light in the bloody woods now. I'll tell you what. There's...
That was enough for Jamie. He shut off the camera, started the van, and left right away. Deep in Russia's western Sayan mountains, Sergei was an experienced hunter used to isolation, danger, and surviving in one of the harshest wilderness regions on Earth. He often spent weeks alone in the forest, living off the land, and this time he was tracking a massive Manchurian wapiti. After days of preparation, he climbed into a tree one night and waited as the forest settled into its usual nighttime calm. Then, without warning, a sharp, unnatural metallic sound drifted through the trees and stopped him cold. Shaken, Sergei gave up the hunt and climbed down, heading back toward camp. But the moment his boots touched the forest floor, strange new sounds began to emerge.
Вот. Пошли. Ноги, блядь. Так, рюкзак собираем. Растаскивай головешки. Тихо. Заливай. Заливай, блядь. Тихо. Давай, не ссы. Быстрее, блядь.
Realizing the danger was getting worse, Sergei climbed into another tree, using height as his only defense. Moments later, everything escalated. A sudden gunshot echoed through the forest, followed by a scream so sharp and unnatural he later struggled to describe it. The noise cut off suddenly, leaving the woods silent for about an hour. When the sounds came back, they were louder, more aggressive, and far more threatening.
О-о-о. Ты чё, блядь? Давай, блядь. Быстрее, нахуй.
With no alternatives left, Sergei quickly built a makeshift shelter and fired into the darkness whenever the sounds closed in. Each shot gave him only brief relief before the noises came back, moving around him with unsettling intent. In the end, the forest went quiet, and only the cold wind stirred the branches.
Тихо, старик. Сейчас покажу, ребят. Тоже, блин.
By morning, Sergei found signs he hadn't been alone, including old cut trees and an abandoned camp. After the footage surfaced, people debated what it was. Some said a skinwalker, while others believed it was Bigfoot, but no explanation was ever confirmed. This footage comes from Kent Survival, a UK-based YouTube channel run by Andy. His content combines bushcraft, wild camping, and outdoor survival with adventure storytelling, often set in forests, castles, and other historic locations. On April 12, 2023, Andy set out on a stealth wild camp inside the ruins of a medieval castle in the UK. He planned to stay concealed through the night, sleeping within the centuries-old stone walls until morning.
Bit of a hill to climb up to get in here. It is the Surrey Hills after all. Not too far from an airport as well, so there's a lot of airplanes going over. Now I'm on the lake side of the castle, just one derelict wall between us and obviously the hillside. There's less activity there than there is over on the golf course where they're teeing off just over there. Yeah, I don't think there's anyone fishing right now, which is quite cool. I'm in the spot I wanted to.
Before nightfall, Andy searched the ruins for a place to settle in. The grounds felt atmospheric yet unsettling, with dark tunnels and crumbling chambers stretching around him. To avoid attention, he waited to unpack until nearby golfers had moved on. Even while studying old graffiti carved into the stone, the heavy silence of the ruins left him uneasy.
Flattish, a bit lumpy. The only thing is having this eerie tunnel behind me. It goes deeper than I just came as well, and it looks like it's been used for storage, for pipes and stuff, for doing the fields and that. But yeah, it's going to be creepy later.
Andy set up his bivvy near the entrance of a tunnel. The location made sense, but behind him, the passage opened into a dark, hollow void. He admitted it would feel unsettling after nightfall, knowing every sound would carry through the tunnel.
What I'm worried is that up by the fence on the golf course side is a gate. I didn't notice it before. I could have used that rather than climbing in, but it is open, so I'm wondering if there's some kind of night watchman or something that might lock it up. Don't know if it's worth them doing that, so hopefully not. And I'll have to keep the lights to a minimum. I'm going to try and film this robin. Nope, gone. Well, I've just been caught by some dogs. The guy come over, asked me what I was doing. Just said photography, which is true. So, we'll see. They know I'm here, or someone does. Maybe they're just walking their dogs past, but...
After dark, Andy's stealth was broken when a man and his dogs wandered into the castle grounds. When asked why he was there, Andy said he was taking photos. The encounter ended without trouble, but the secrecy of the camp was already compromised.
Up here in the dungeon, I've not heard anything for a little while. But the light's more concealed in here, so I'm not setting up camp just yet. There's a couple of ghosts in this castle. One of them being a big black dog that roams around. I've not seen him yet. And the other is the Wandering Man. Apparently the Wandering Man was killed by the Lord of the Manor, and it turned out to be his son. And he's been wandering, feeling guilty ever since. There's weird noises in here, and a light in my face. I think when I set up camp, I'm just going to get straight in the bivvy. That might diffuse the light a little bit. Oh, that's bright. Hey, it's about 3:30 in the morning. Sorry I didn't get much footage. I was just a bit worried about having the light on really, so I've done most things no light whatsoever. But yeah, I'm reasonably sure no one's going to see me now. Woke up for a pee, and yeah, I'm just going to try and get another couple of hours sleep. Well, it gets light a bit later now, so yeah. And I'll see you guys in the morning. Oh god. It's about 5 or just past now. I'm not sleeping well at all. And spits and spats.
I guess it's that knowledge of knowing someone knows where you are or suspects. Plus, there's a lot of rustling and it ain't squirrels. So we've got rats in the dungeon.
Later, Andy retreated into the dungeon to hide his light while mentioning local legends said to haunt the ruins. Sudden noises echoed off the stone walls, followed by a beam of light aimed straight at him. He quickly shut off his torch and pulled into his bivvy as rats moved nearby. By dawn, he was exhausted and unsettled. No ghost appeared, but the close calls, strange sounds, and dungeon setting made it one of his most unnerving stealth camps. The footage comes from Dan Ventures Outdoors, a UK-based wild camping and adventure channel. Dan documents solo and group trips across the British countryside, from forest bivvies and moorland hikes to riverside overnighters, mixing humor and campfire calm with moments that can turn unsettling. Filmed on September 22nd, 2025, somewhere deep in the UK woodlands, Dan and a friend set up camp for what should be an easy night out, good food, laughter, and a warm fire, until the forest begins to feel different.
Someone keeps whistling. We've got the air rifle ready. But someone keeps whistling. See if I can catch it on camera. I've got a good shot. They're not whistling now, I don't know where they've gone.
The night starts with relaxed chatter and steak sizzling over the fire. The woods feel calm and alive until a faint whistle drifts through the trees. At first, it sounds distant, almost playful. Then the pitch twists and shifts direction before stopping. The laughter dies out, even the insects fall silent. It's a small sound, but it changes everything, making the fire's warmth feel thin against the dark.
Sounds like someone or something walking around. Hello? Hello? I don't know. Just had a quick look. Not getting out. It might just be like an animal or something. Can't hear anything now. But it sounded like human footsteps. Mental. I'm just gonna chill. See if it comes back. See if I can hear anything. I'll bring you back if I hear anything. Or anything happens.
Much later, Dan speaks quietly to the camera, shaken, as measured footsteps move around the camp just outside the light. He calls out, but is met with nothing but an oppressive silence. By morning, with rain falling, he tries to rationalize it, yet the recording makes the footsteps sound clearly human. In daylight, the woods appear normal again, but the footage reveals how fast the atmosphere can change. Chris Baird is well known for exploring strange and unsettling places, sharing eerie encounters on his YouTube channel, but nothing compared to the night he spent in a remote forest said to be haunted, an experience that would challenge everything he believed about the supernatural. What began as an exciting overnight stay in an abandoned cabin quickly turned disturbing. As Chris and his friend Jasko moved deeper into the thick woods, the atmosphere grew heavier with each step. The silence was unnerving. No animal sounds, no movement, nothing at all. It felt like the forest itself had gone completely still.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're in a haunted forest again. Now, Jazz and I are on a road trip, so it's only right that we start this video off exactly how it's supposed to go. We're supposed to split up right now, and yeah, I'm just gonna get rolling here because it's the right thing to do, right? Haunted forest. It's creepy. It's wild. It's weird being by yourself. Now, as you guys can tell, this is heavily populated. This forest apparently has a lot of trails all the way throughout. I guess people come here in the daytime, snowshoe, all that fun stuff, but I'm not going to be doing any of that tonight. We're strictly here for the paranormal. I'm actually getting necrometer out right now. Sound on, sounds off. And let's see if we can get some ghosts to talk to us tonight. So we are running. We're rolling, you guys. My name is Chris. What the hell? The camera's froze. It says there. The camera's literally froze right now. What the heck? It won't do anything.
When they reached the cabin, it was old, decaying, and abandoned for years, yet it carried an unsettling presence. The broken windows and crumbling walls made it feel like a place time had completely forgotten.
I say it all the time, but like, imagine you encountered me and Chris in the wild, and you notice us literally like just talking to the air. You would think we're insane if you didn't know what we were at.
What the hell was that? Is it in the bathroom?
I definitely flushed.
At the door?
This is the second time that's happened.
Oh, geez, that scared me. My light turned on up there. I don't see, bro, there's no way. The thing is, like, where this cabin is, like, there are other buildings around, but no one is here in the wintertime. This is like a location that I don't even know why people aren't here, because it's a beautiful location. But
it's just borderline inaccessible. Like,
yeah, the snow. There's like 3-4 feet of snow in some places, so.
A loud bang hit the cabin, followed by footsteps moving closer. The air turned cold and heavy. The hallway was empty, and a faint whisper confirmed something was inside.
That shower curtain, did you hear?
That was 100%. Hold on.
What's going on? I understand that was a fridge, but that sounded like a shower curtain before that. Hello? All right, I have to check and see if the shower curtain was like closed, because it is definitely like
Hold on,
pulled
there's
back.
2 bathrooms though.
There's 2 bathrooms.
One right here.
That door's not even open.
Oh.
Doesn't have a shower curtain? I didn't get to talk to you, but like you were in here earlier doing Bloody Mary, which I probably won't do. But like, what happened when you were in here? Because I freaked out because your flashlight fell off the table.
Yes. So I was standing right here, doors closed. You were standing right out there, and it sounded like a massive thud came from the other side of the house, where like the living room is.
Yeah.
And it seems like that's where we were getting a lot of problems with like the television turning on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Kind of straight.
It is
like that.
Just like that, yeah.
I have a still camera set up out there. I haven't talked about it with you guys. It's literally sitting right there, facing that room. I don't even want to go out there because I just want to like. I mean, I'll look quick, but.
Even as the fear continued to build, they stayed, hoping to document what was happening. They set up their cameras, convinced something was there. As the night dragged on, things got worse. Objects seemed to move on their own. Shadows flickered along the walls, and the whispering grew clearer, though the words couldn't be understood. Every few minutes came another sound, a knock, a creak, movement from another room. Then, at the peak of the chaos, a door that had stayed shut all night slowly creaked open on its own. That was more than enough.
What did I just see in the kitchen? It was a child side, bro. Ethan, are you a child?
Without hesitating, they grabbed their gear and left. The hike back through the woods was just as disturbing as the time spent in the cabin. When they finally reached their vehicle, the weight of what they'd experienced truly set in.
Which makes me think the house might be down here, honestly.
I mean, it's supposed to be a pretty large house. Now, they say that rituals were done in this house. They say that...
Oh. Can you knock on a tree for us or make a noise so we know you're here? I'm asking for Justin or whatever is communicating with us, please. It's like tapping.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I'm gonna give you this. Let's trade off. Because as soon as I grab this, it just doesn't say anything. So I'm gonna grab the camera.
Okay, bro.
I'll let you go in front of me if you don't mind.
Sure.
I'll let you run the lead for a little bit.
Hello, spirits.
It just got really quiet, so I'm not sure what's going on, but. This woods is so dense, it's so crazy. Trees everywhere, but it also looks like there'd be room for a freaking house, possibly. Oh my god, I keep falling through.
I mean, according to the map, they don't have like pinpoint coordinates, but it's like somewhere in this general area, well,
Yep.
someone said. So we've just been looking.
Okay, cool.
So we've just been looking, but like we're no luck so far.
Zero. Absolutely zero luck. Are we getting closer to the house? Are we going in the right direction? You guys let us know.
Justin is wandering.
Justin is wandering. Justin, where are you?
Can Justin come closer? Come say hi?
All right, that's weird. Something walked through there
Yeah, some large.
recently.
Elapsed. Time has elapsed.
Okay. Hello. Bro, I'm just. Oh.
Chance that
Hello?
falls sometime soon.
Yeah. Okay, well, I was just about to say that. I swear to God, you guys, if I have the footage from earlier when I was walking by myself, what would be the craziest video I've ever captured in my whole entire life? The noises I was hearing, the things that were happening around me, makes me think my camera probably wasn't recording because it was so crazy, but...
Chris, who had always viewed the paranormal with some skepticism, began questioning everything. Was it just an overactive imagination shaped by the eerie setting, or had they truly encountered something unexplainable?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Someone behind us?
You know what's really funny?
What's that?
I just pulled out the maps. Hello, is anyone down there?
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a yes.
Yeah. Can you show yourself for us? Show some skin.
Justin?
Oh,
That was behind you.
God.
That was behind you.
Can you keep walking, please?
All right, you pick where we're going next.
Uh,
What's the next course of action, Chris?
I say we just try to walk a little farther forward and just see if we see the house. And if we don't, I say we turn around. 'Cause
Sure.
I don't know that it's here. Like, I don't know if we're in the right part.
Viewers of the video came up with their own explanations. Some believed the cabin was home to spirits that refused to move on, while others suspected something darker was at play. A few even suggested there may have been a real person hiding in the shadows, waiting for the right moment. Even skeptics who don't believe in ghosts couldn't ignore the genuine fear captured on camera. Whether supernatural or not, what happened that night left a lasting impression and served as a reminder that sometimes it's best to walk away. Leslie Mansfield, an outdoor enthusiast, shared a video on February 2nd, 2025, describing her solo camping trip in an unfamiliar area. What started as a calm night under the stars quickly turned unsettling, forcing her to leave the campsite and look for safety. She arrived later than planned, with dusk already setting in. After parking in a secluded spot, she made her way toward where she planned to camp. Along the way, she noticed warning signs about diseased trees and closure tape, suggesting the area was mostly empty, aside from a few other adventurers who, like her, had chosen to ignore the warnings.
Bridleway diversion route. Well, I'm not on a horse, so am I allowed? Bridleway closed. We're felling the diseased and ash trees along this bridleway. Oh my goodness, I've only just come here once. I just need to just skirt around the edge of this. Great. That means I'll be all alone, except if other naughty people who are willing to go through tape come down here.
She set up camp in a remote spot, but the isolation quickly became unsettling. When she saw a figure below with a flashlight turned toward her tent, fear took over. She switched off her light, grabbed her essentials, abandoned the tent, and fled into the trees.
Not very flattering, is it? Oh my god. Better put my hat on. Don't know if you can see that, but there's somebody walking down the bottom of the valley there with a torch. I'm sure they're fine and innocent, but I've turned all my lights off until they've walked by. That person with the torch going along, I was about to set the camera up and I was about to say, oh, I'm on a hilltop and I can see they're about to leave the valley, so that's good. But they didn't. They came back and sort of towards the tent, and I just thought, oh, pat the camera. In fact, the camera is what I was worried about. First time I've used this Insta360, my first ever camera. It's funny how I was packing that, wanting to make sure that was okay. And my hip belt I wear, so it's got my mobile and keys, so I just got my rucksack on and left the tent and hid down in the trees to make sure they went, because I also wanted to check what they were doing rather than just, you know, me leaving. And eventually they left. I don't know, I was spooked by then. So I found a different spot. So I'll show you this spot, just about 10 minutes around the corner, but it's a different valley, so what's the chances they're not going to come?
Leslie stayed hidden until she was sure the person was gone. Even though she could have returned to her tent, she no longer felt safe, so she moved to a nearby spot out of sight. As she settled in, the adrenaline eased, and the clear sky revealed bright planets overhead, helping her stay calm. Still, the new spot was uneven and uncomfortable, making it hard to rest and keeping her uneasy.
Well, what's it to do? I'm 10 minutes away, but I feel safe because it's just a different tucked away corner. I'm just looking down on the ridgeway. I don't know, I didn't want to give up. I didn't want to go back to the car and give up. I know that everyone says, oh, follow your instincts and do that. When I saw this, I thought, no, I'm going to be here, at least for the evening. I think it's so rough and bumpy here, I'm not sure I can sleep. So I'm going to have dinner, practice with the camera, and see how I feel when it comes to bedtime. Okay, I'll get the food on. I've just been looking outside the tent, and I'm not going to leave just yet because it is a special night, really. You've heard about the planets being all in a line, but the three I can see, Venus, the evening star, is so bright over there. Just up ahead is Jupiter and Mars, which I've never really known about before, but Mars, it's so red. That's over in the east. So I feel safe and secure to stay now that I've seen those planets and had a little drinky. But I'm in an incredibly difficult pitch. It's completely lumpy and sideways. I just didn't want to go back to the car, so I was all stubborn, but it's awful.
She couldn't fully relax, no matter how hard she tried. The worry about who or what had been near her first campsite wouldn't fade. In the end, she packed up and left, replaying the incident on the walk back to her car, wondering if the figure had been harmless or if they had noticed her and deliberately returned. The footage comes from Small Plots, a US-based minimalist outdoor channel run by Kevin. His videos capture quiet hammock camping, simple fire-cooked meals, and the calm of remote wilderness, where peace and unpredictability exist side by side. Recorded on October 25th, 2022, in a secluded state forest in upstate New York, Kevin and his friend Sean head out for an easy autumn overnight. The plan is simple: make dinner over the fire, relax, and enjoy the isolation. But as darkness settles in, the atmosphere begins to change.
Okay. My 2 or 3 course meal I'm going to make tonight. There's a couple pizza logs. Let's throw that.
All right.
There we go.
Okay, how are they looking, Sean?
Dude, they're looking okay.
Those look great.
They're not burned. Got a couple dark spots, knowing you got some good heat on there, but I'm pretty excited about this.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to watch you eat it.
Oh, man. Got some cheese melted.
Cheese melted.
Pepperoni's nice and...
Oh, I can see the steam coming off of it.
Yeah.
That looks great.
Well, yeah, I think I did a pretty good job. I might do this in the future. Ooh!
Just some
Luna?
pizza logs on the fire. That's awesome.
Hell yeah, man.
Luna, don't even think about it.
No, Luna. Oh, yeah. Ooh, these are good. Thank you, Wegmans.
Thank you, Wegmans.
What was that?
That was very strange.
I know we've been joking around, but what was that?
It sounded like a person at first, but then the hooting of it sounded like a crazy bird. I don't know.
I've never heard that in the woods. It was like, ooh.
But really high pitched.
Yeah, it sounded like a monkey.
Yeah.
It sounded like a monkey or something.
I thought it was like a woman hooting, and then a hoo, hoo, hoo. Like a...
Should we respond? What was that?
Totally ruined my pizza log.
I've never heard that in the woods.
Ever.
Yeah.
That sounded like a monkey. And it wasn't far. That was close. That was a close by thing. What was that? I just want to keep rolling in case it happens again.
That was spine. That was spine tingling.
Yeah, I don't even know what
that
to
was.
think
That
about
was
what that
chilling. I don't know what that was. It sounded like a person. I've never heard an animal around here make that sound. That had to have been a person. It sounded like a. It was like whoop, 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 whoop.
But like 3 octaves higher than that.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it low key and not like loud.
Like it was.
But yeah, it was like a couple octaves higher than when I did it. I don't know what to think right now. I don't know what to do. Are we in danger?
I kind of want to go to bed.
Are we in danger?
No, I'm scared.
I want it to come back again. I want to hear it again so the camera can pick up on it. That was insane.
No, the camera totally would have caught that.
Yeah, no, like I said, it was like super close, dude. It sounded like it was like 30 feet that way. It was loud. It was like right next to us. That's what makes it so chilling. Yeah. This general direction in the darkness here. Yeah.
A sudden high-pitched cry slices through the night, distant but strong enough to stop them cold. It echoes again, neither fully animal nor human, with a warped tone that doesn't fit the woods. They quietly guess at what it could be, but none of the explanations feel right. Then it stops, leaving only the fire's crackle and a heavy silence that makes every small movement feel like a threat.
Yeah, I'll turn my light off. I don't know if you guys can see this little light right here. It's like a solar light. It's just there, and it's working pretty good. But that's not what we're interested in right now.
No.
What is happening?
Let's just act like nothing happened.
Let's just act like nothing happened.
That's my whole life. Just act like nothing happened.
I've never heard that sound before. I'm still hung up on the sound that we just heard.
Yeah, that was gnarly.
That was gnarly. I've been out in the woods, I don't know how many times in my life. Like, I don't know, maybe sub 100, but close to 100. I've never heard that sound. I've never heard what we just heard just now. And now I just hear things like stick cracking around us. Now I'm just freaking out. Now I'm just nervous.
Luna, are you nervous? She doesn't seem too nervous. She seems okay, which is, I guess, a good sign. Or not, because she didn't see the hunter standing next to us earlier.
No, she's not known for her eyesight.
Yeah, we had like half of a conversation with that hunter before she realized he was there and then started freaking out.
Faint footsteps come from beyond the firelight, branches cracking underweight. Kevin scans with his flashlight, but each time the beam swings toward the sound, it stops. They stay still, whispering, aware that the forest feels closer now, like it's listening back. Later, Kevin finds scattered trash near camp, small signs that this place isn't as untouched as it seems. The night drags on with distant movements they never see. By dawn, everything feels normal again. Out there, fear doesn't need a shape, just sound. Would you stay the night alone in that silence, or is watching from a safe distance enough? The creepy video comes from Paranormal Discovery, who went deep into the remote forests of Nova Scotia, Canada, an isolated place known for stories of strange animals and unexplained activity. Tall trees, thick bushes, and an unsettling quiet filled the area, but what happened next left them completely shaken. It was June 12th, 2025, when they entered the forest, not knowing they were about to see something they couldn't explain.
It's like multiple trees.
Whoa!
They're like all multiple trees that all. Well, that
Yeah.
fell from there, and then it looks like another one was almost like it was placed on top, right?
Dude, these are multiple trees, and then look at this.
Yeah, I know.
What's there? A freaking X?
Oh, true. Yeah.
See that?
Yeah.
Guys, I'm not joking. There's an X right here. Dude, apparently so.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's nuts.
Yeah, if you've been following me along for a while, my series that I did, Cryptid Wilds, I've been finding X's everywhere. I did a whole Bigfoot series, and I freaking found so many of these. That's actually nuts. This is insane, and that's like a pile of like 3 or 4 different trees. You can see them like on the top. It's weird, man. I'm fascinated by this.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy though.
Oh. Something touched your neck?
Like as if somebody like poked me, like one finger.
Dang.
Right?
Definitely feel like something's around. But like I said, when dealing with the Bigfoot stuff, I'm almost certain they've mastered the craft of concealing their identity from us humans, you know? Who knows if a Bigfoot's spiritually like poking people, you know? I did hear that too, that they can communicate through spirit boxes if you do believe that they are interdimensional.
Yeah, something like poked me on the back of the neck.
Some fallen trees had odd X marks on them, and stacks of snapped branches showed that something strong had passed through. They felt light brushes against them, like someone was nearby. Then one explorer felt a clear poke on the back of his neck, strong enough to make him stop in his tracks.
One
and then
finger.
I'm having this weird like pressure thing going on with my ear. So it's like making the sounds out here like overwhelming, but it's just in my right ear. My left one's fine, not bothering me.
That's weird.
Yeah. I feel strange out here though.
I really do too.
I don't know what it is. Well, I guess we can wait until the sun goes down.
Yeah, I'm game for that.
Yeah.
Well, look what I found. A little like caved in area. Maybe like a baby Sasquatch, baby bear, or like a, I don't know, a fox or something. That kind of, this could have been a hibernation zone too for a bear. But, yeah, that's pretty interesting. It literally goes right in there. Okay, what? I just saw like a humped thing. Just go further down that. Yo, Angelo.
What?
I just saw the shoulders of something.
What do you mean?
Like the shoulders of something just ran behind that hill. When I was just poking my head in here, I swear my peripheral just saw something just go down the other side of that hill.
What did it look like?
Just the back shoulders.
Oh. With like humanoid, kinda?
I don't know, it was just black.
Oh, weird. Careful, could be a moose.
It ran behind that hill going down.
Which direction did it go? That way or that way?
Right there.
So if we go this way, we might see it.
I'm like half and half of like, do I want to check or not? Okay, where the have gone then?
Who knows? Did you hear it moving?
No, I just saw it, and I'm almost certain it was like...
That's creepy.
It was something.
Well, like I said, people have said that they see like black things, like creatures.
Oh, yeah.
Moving between the trees really fast.
Oh my God. Who's down there? We mean no harm.
Suddenly, a dark human-like shape rushed behind a hill. Only its wide shoulders could be seen before it disappeared, but that brief glimpse was enough. Moments later, the forest filled with loud cracks, deep growls, and strange moaning sounds. One explorer started to feel dizzy, his head going foggy, as if the woods themselves were closing in on him.
Weird.
They're so loud.
What's weird is the way the trees are up there. Like it's...
Yeah, kind of.
like a dinosaur ripped up. Like just raged.
Well, some of them are actually cut too.
Are you hearing this weird like animal sound?
No, what kind of animal sound are you hearing?
It's just weird growling. Can't pinpoint it.
I don't know, my right ear is kind of like messed up right now, so. Huh.
It's weird, man.
It definitely feels very strange out here. That is 100%. Okay, you heard that, right?
Yeah.
That was that finger snapping noise again.
Dude, what the hell?
Right? What would be doing that?
That sounded like it was like almost like...
Up there?
Yeah, like right there.
What the hell was that? Okay, now I'm hearing like some growling or moaning or something.
It's starting to rain now, guys.
Well, maybe we should go back in that area. We have a little bit more space up there. I don't think whatever that was, I don't think we're going to catch up with it now.
So this is why I believe that Sasquatches are more in terms of like interdimensional, because what the hell, man? It would have ran right down here.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have gone far. Like we literally just...
That's like what they say happens here. Like there's something out here that is capable of doing that. With the blink of an eye, they say it's gone.
Yeah.
All the way through the trees. And almost silent like too. Like you don't even hear it.
That's exactly what happened. Fucking creepy out here.
Definitely.
For everyone watching this.
The sense of something nearby kept closing in. Trees looked ripped up with moss hanging off them like fur. Whistles and growls seemed to come from everywhere, too close to tell where they were. Worn out and uneasy, they went back to camp. The forest never felt calm. Every crack, whistle, and soft sound followed them through the night. Paranormal Discovery left Nova Scotia with no real answers, only the feeling that some places are beyond human understanding. Mandy lives deep in the Appalachian Mountains, surrounded by thick woods and long stretches of quiet wilderness. She uses CCTV cameras with sound and motion sensors to catch wildlife passing by, usually deer or raccoons. But one night, an alert came through that sounded nothing like the usual recordings. It begins with a sudden, piercing whistle, then a soft voice that sounds like it's asking for help. Mandy rushes to check the cameras, expecting to see someone outside, but the porch is empty. Some people believe they spot a face in the trees, though nothing is clear. She thinks about calling the police, but with no proof of anyone being there, she knows they wouldn't respond to a strange noise. Uneasy, she switches to another camera and notices something even more unsettling. The same voice comes through again on the doorbell camera. To rule out the chance that someone was hiding out of view, Mandy shares a third clip from a camera mounted higher up, showing the entire area clearly. There's nowhere anyone could stand without being seen, yet the voice is still heard. Then, days later, late one night, the whispers come back again. This time, the request is clear. Let me in. And the following night, it appears that whatever was asking to enter may have finally gotten inside.
I gotta change it. It's all wet. Maybe I have to. It's all wet. I'm sorry, but the pig didn't show us the bed. Some of the pig. Yes. I know. Mama's gonna be in the bed. I know. I tried giving you the bubbers. You didn't take the bubbers. Now you have nothing for bubbers. No bubbers for what now? No bubbers for you now. I'm not giving you bubbers now.
Hey.
Oh. I'm just getting another bottle.
The next clip is recorded from inside the house. Mandy says she didn't hear anything at the time, but in the footage, a deep rumbling sound fills the room, with faint whispers underneath it. Some viewers think the audio was hacked, but Mandy counters this by demonstrating what it actually sounds like when someone truly speaks through her camera's microphone.
A video just showing you what it sounds like if someone were talking through the ring, well, what it sounds like when I talk through the ring, what it sounds like on my end, and I just wanted to see what it sounded like because I wasn't sure. It's very loud. There's like an echo, and then there is also interference that you can hear, but I don't know if it was because I was standing next to the, because I was standing so close to the actual ring device. Maybe that's what was causing the interference. We also have 24/7 professional monitoring, so that's monitoring for any, triggers of the alarm, but also it monitors for hacking people hacking into your into your camera. So I'm going to upload it here. I don't think that's what it was, because I think I would have heard it. Hello? 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 So if I'm talking through, I cannot see because it sounds very loud if somebody was hacking and talking through that camera. Can you hear the echo? So I don't know if someone was hacking it and talking through it, but I really don't think so. It's a Ring camera, but we have 24/7 monitoring, so I think I would get some kind of a alert if it was being hacked, but I'm not 100%.
Some think the sounds could be from an animal, maybe a crow, or even wind echoing in a strange way, which could explain the outdoor clips. But the recording from inside the house, the whispering heard indoors, is much harder to explain. Real or not, Mandy's experience is deeply unsettling, and until more answers appear, one question remains. What or who was asking to be let inside? The footage from that night comes from Buckskin Drifter, an American overlanding YouTuber who travels alone through remote deserts, forests, and mountain passes. His channel centers on off-grid travel and truck camping, capturing the beauty of isolation and the uneasy silence that sometimes turns into fear. It's October 31st, 2025. Deep in the Utah desert along the Trans-America Trail, Buckskin sets up a quiet solo camp beneath a full moon, surrounded by salt flats and scattered juniper trees after a long day on the road.
Pretty nice tonight. I think that's gotta be the prettiest sunset I've seen on the trip. So one of the things like I'm not used to about this whole like desert thing out here is just how quiet it is. Like I can literally hear the camera. That's all I can hear. I can hear the camera because I've got it recording, making like a little squelchy noise, which I never hear. The Utah desert is a strange place at night. Under a full moon, the silence feels heavier, like the land itself is holding its breath.
As night sets in, the silence feels disturbing. He mentions that the only noise is the soft whir of the camera, with everything else completely still.
The nearest light, filming under the stars, when I felt it. A tap right on my shoulder.
Ah!
I froze. Every instinct screamed that someone was behind me. I turned, but there was no one. Later, when I slowed down the footage, I saw it. A blur of wings in the darkness. Bats darting so close they brushed against me. For a moment, though, I swear, it felt human. Out here, beneath a cold desert moon, you start to wonder what really calls these places home.
While filming, he suddenly feels a tap on his shoulder and freezes. When he turns around, there's no one there. He scans the open desert, clearly shaken, trying to understand what just touched him.
From the middle of nowhere. Morning.
When he reviews the footage later, he notices a quick blur of wings passing through the frame. He believes it was probably bats brushing against him, but the feeling still didn't sit right.
Slept pretty good last night. And the whole thing with the bats, though. I mean, that really... I don't think I've been that scared ever since solo camping. I mean, it felt like a human tapped me on the back. You know, that's what it felt like. which, you know, looking back at it, is much more scary than an animal. I'll tell you that. You know, when you're solo camping out in the middle of nowhere, the last thing you want to feel is someone tapping on your shoulder or back. But
the tension stays. Every small sound feels louder in the empty desert. He admits the moment shook him deeply, more than any wildlife encounter. By morning, he says it was the most afraid he's ever been. Not because of bats, but because the tap felt human in a place where no one should have been. The video is from The Wandering Cumbrian, a UK YouTube channel run by an outdoorsman from Cumbria who loves stealth camping, wild camping, and exploring those weird in-between urban spots. He often camps in places most people would never dare, like roadside verges, roundabouts, industrial areas, and hidden bits of woodland, mixing the challenges with a bit of humor. On July 14th, 2025, he tried a stealth camp in Workington, hoping to slip into a tight urban edge location, stay completely unseen, and see if he could make it through the night without being noticed.
Very frustrating, but there's a spot I want to get into. Right there in that gap, right over the wall, and then down. Yeah. I think everyone's starting to bug it off now, so that will give me a good break. And once the coast is clear, I'll jump over the wall and we'll get down. In touching distance, but still the coast isn't clear. And here we are, still can't get into my spot. So I'm sat down on the pavement next to my bag like a right plonker. I knew this was going to be hard to do, but I didn't realise it was going to be that hard. So and I'm dying for a beer as well. But we will do it. We will do it. Keep the faith. Right, we are ready to rock. Ready to rock. Right, let's get going. Turn the camera the other way. Right, let's do this. I'm going to chuck my bag over and then climb over the wall. I'll fetch his back when I'm over. Right, we're in. I'm going to have to keep it quiet for now. Just before when you see I was on the pavement. So I'm going to have to keep it quiet. I'm going to give it half an hour before I start getting everything out. I'll maybe crack open a bit as well, just to steady my nerves, because I am on edge a little bit. So, yeah, basically what I've been doing, I've just been getting the ground all prepped up because it's all full of nettles and brambles and all that. So I don't like this. I do not like this at all. Right, I'll be back with you soon.
The trouble started right away. Dog walkers and cyclists kept passing by, trapping him outside the wall of his chosen spot. When he finally slipped in, the area was a mess of nettles, brambles, and rubble. Whispering to the camera, he said the place felt exposed and unsafe. The tension jumped when people walked right next to his hiding place, forcing him to freeze until they moved on. After that close call, he admitted the spot was way too risky.
I don't feel right in this spot whatsoever. It just is not suitable for a camp. Nettles, brambles, you name it, it just isn't suitable. But I have got a backup idea. If anyone's seen the roundabout camp, do you know, by Lay-by, I done, is it beginning of this, last year? Is it last year? Beginning of this year, sorry. Was it? I can't bloody mind now. But yeah, we'll go over there. I'm going to give it 10 minutes. Jump over this wall again. and we'll go over to that spot, because I just don't feel this is going to be good in this spot whatsoever. Here we go again. Well, hopefully this makes for a good video. So, right, I'm going to finish this can off. We'll get out of here. We'll get on the pavement and we'll go to the other spot, a backup spot. So, even though I've been there before and I've done a video about it, we'll go there again for laughs and giggles. So, I'll catch you soon.
He couldn't settle at all, so he climbed back over the wall and gave up on the spot. His hands were scratched up from the brambles, and he was clearly frustrated. Still, he didn't want to end the night like that, so he decided to head to a backup location he'd camped at before.
I am not feeling too great at the minute. I'm not going to lie, I feel really, really sick, and I've only had 2 beers. I'm debating what to do, to be honest, because I don't really want to bail this camp and go home. But then I've got to listen to my body at the end of the day. Yeah, I've just come over all bloody rotten all of a sudden. So, and don't get us wrong, I'm not scared to do this camp because I've done it before. I just it's not like an excuse. I just really don't feel right. I feel really sick. I don't know if it's to do with this heat or anything like that. I just feel really sick. So I'm gonna have to bail the camp. I'm sorry guys to let you down on that. Yeah, I do not feel right whatsoever. So I'm gonna have to pack everything up and just go now. So yeah, I'm gonna apologise for this, but I will make it up for you lot in the future. Hopefully there's a video coming out next weekend. But I don't know what's come over us. I just feel really, really crappy, and I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna get everything packed up and let's get out of here.
Right. The second spot looked promising at first. He set up, unpacked his food, and tried to relax. Then, out of nowhere, he started feeling sick, with nausea and a pounding headache. He realized he couldn't stay, packed up again, and left before it got worse. By the end of the night, he had bailed twice. Once because the first spot was too exposed and dangerous, and again when he suddenly fell ill at the backup location. The video is from Nigel and Helen's Adventures, a UK YouTube channel where the duo explores rural, remote, and sometimes spooky places. They often check out spots linked to old legends, historic tragedies, or strange reported activity, mixing real-time exploring with eerie folklore. This particular trip was filmed on November 21st, 2025 in Somerset, UK.
Hello, Helen.
Hello, Nigel.
We're out again.
We are.
We're in Somerset, aren't we?
We are.
Strange things been happening in Somerset.
Have they?
Well, that conversation in the pub last night.
It was a bit odd, wasn't it?
Yeah, they said, don't go down into the valley where the bridge and the mill is and the steps. Hello everyone, and another adventure. And yes, we did what they said don't do. This must be the steps that they were talking about.
Oh yeah, something about...
Nigel and Helen reach Somerset and start talking about the area's creepy reputation. Locals had warned them about the valley, the old steps, and the abandoned mill. They share the old story of Jacob, a mill worker who was once found screaming the word monkey for no known reason. With that weird tale in mind, they head toward the site, and the whole place already feels quietly unsettling.
Man, Jacob worked at the mill or something?
That's right, yeah. He worked at the mill, and every day he came up these steps to load the horse carts with flour.
Oh.
And one day they found him at the bottom, screaming.
Monkey?
Yep. And he ended up in a place of safety.
Oh.
And the only word he ever utters to this day is monkey. Nobody knows what happened, and they couldn't get anything else out of him. You can still hear his footsteps going up and down the lane.
Oh. sure, Nigel. What is it?
That's somebody walking up the steps towards us.
Oh, there wasn't anyone around.
As they get closer to the steps, they start hearing clear footsteps coming toward them, but there's no one in sight. They shine their torches along the path and into the trees, yet the footsteps keep going with no visible source.
What's that? Over there, look. In the tree.
Where?
In the tree, Nigel. There's something. You see it? I thought I saw something hanging from the tree.
No, I can't see anything.
My imagination.
Helen, what's that noise?
I don't know, Nigel. What is...
Helen briefly spots something hanging in a tree, but it's so quick they can't tell if it was real, just the torchlight playing tricks. Either way, it puts them on edge as they continue farther into the valley. They reach an old structure connected to the mill's past and soon faint. Shifting noises start echoing nearby. The sounds are close enough to make them stop and listen, and it feels like someone, or something, is moving through the darkness alongside them. They keep hearing little movements, quick rustles, soft footsteps, and small noises they can't place. The atmosphere gets heavy, and the feeling of being watched becomes too strong to ignore. In the end, they decide to get out of the valley before things get any more intense. This strange nighttime footage comes from MCM Outdoors, a UK channel known for wild camping, solo trips on the moors, stormy overnight stays, tent reviews, and mental reset camps throughout the British countryside. This particular outing was filmed on June 9th, 2021 in the Lancashire Moors, England.
My scariest experience I've ever had when I've been wild camping. Now, I've been wild camping for many years now, many years, and for the most part, pretty confident, don't get scared, you know, I'm reasonably capable of handling myself, so other humans don't really bother me. Now, going back to early 2017, I treated myself to a Hilleberg solo, couple of crappy life events, so I thought, you know, fresh start.
While relaxing in his tent for the night, he starts his usual Tales from the Tent segment, but the mood quickly changes as he says he's about to talk about the scariest wild camping experience he's ever had. In the dim tent light, he recalls a trip to Shining Tor in 2017 and hints at how disturbing that night was and how much it stuck with him.
As it got dark and the wind slowly began to drop, I remember looking out toward Manchester Airport and you could see the flight path. You see the line of planes landing and taking off on the other runways in the far distance. So it was quite nice to look out to. And eventually drifted off to sleep in my new tent. All was well. And then must have been about 2, 3 in the morning. Anyone that goes wild camping will know, if you've had a few beers, it's cold, you need a wee. So, unless you've got some kind of in-tent bottle situation going on, which I never have, doesn't appeal to me, you've got to get out your warm sleeping bag, unzip your inner, which is nice and warm, it's built up a bit of heat, and I remember putting my boots on, taking hold of the zip, and there was like this eerie calm, like this eerie stillness, and you could almost cut the atmosphere with a knife. I just thought, something's not right. Took hold of the zip, slowly unzipped the fly sheet. It was pitch black, not a breath of wind. I remember turning my torch on to look out into the darkness. And as soon as I illuminated my head torch,
He remembers stepping out of his tent around 2:30 to 3 a.m. to use the toilet, and the moment he did, everything shifted. The wind stopped, the woods went silent, and a thick mist lit up in his head torch. The unnatural stillness hit him instantly, filling him with instinctive fear.
have a wee. And as I'm doing it, I'm looking out with my head torch into the mist, and I can't see, just about see, my hand in front of my face. And all of a sudden, as I'm looking towards the trig point of Shining Tor, just to the left of it was this dark silhouette. I'm deadly serious. Even talking about it now makes me feel scared. And there was this horrible, dark, slender silhouette standing to the left of the trig point. And it was quiet, and there's particles of mist swirling in my head torch, and I could see this thing just stood. And it was like the shape of this elon.
When he swept his head torch across the moor, he saw it, a tall, thin silhouette standing near the Shining Tor trig point. It didn't move or react at all. Its shape looked human, but stretched and wrong, and he immediately felt that whatever he was seeing wasn't something he could explain.
And the hardest part was turning my back on whatever was looking at me. And that feeling of turning around 180 degrees and turning my back on that threat, what I thought, whatever was looking at me, every ounce of my body, it was telling me to scream, do something. I have never got back into my tent so quickly. And those few seconds where my back was turned and this hideous silhouette in the deathly silent night with the mist stood to the left of the trig, whatever it was, I'm telling you 100% my body was telling me there's something bad there. Got back into my tent, zipped it up as quick as I could, straight into the inner, and put to sleep.
The worst moment was when he had to turn his back on the figure to return to his tent. Everything in him said not to, but he made himself walk away, then rushed inside, zipped the tent shut, and hid under his sleeping bag. He says it's the only time he's ever felt truly overwhelming fear while wild camping.
It's like this weird noise. Anyway, I wanted to share that in the spooky tales from the tent. That's absolute gospel. What the hell's that? Making that noise? It's like a curlew, but much lower pitched. It's getting closer.
After he finishes telling his old scary story, strange, low noises start happening outside his tent on the moors. The sounds circle him in the dark, making him feel like something is watching. The video ends with him silently listening to whatever is moving just outside. This video is from Morris's Paranormal Adventures UK, a channel that explores haunted places, abandoned buildings, and old disaster sites. He uses tools like K2 meters, RPODAs, and spirit talkers, usually investigating alone or with a small team. This episode was filmed on May 23rd, 2024 at Hilton Colliery, an abandoned mine connected to a tragic disaster from 1910.
Off towards the path because it's dark in there, there's nobody in there, guys. I started walking off towards the path, and as I got to like the fence line, I heard them laughing and coughing, but they weren't kids, these were men. So whether they're drug addicts, whether they're alcoholics or hostile people, I don't really know what they are. This is a crazy, crazy place. I will be back though, guys. I'm going to come back tomorrow. So that'll be good. And I'm definitely camping, so keep your eye out for that one. Well, let's check the shaft out. Look at that. What's that? Oh, there you go. So what do you think, guys? Do you think that's people actually like living up here? I think it's even with me staying up here tonight. Me, I am not too sure. But I'm a bit stressed out, to be honest with you guys. I really wanted to stay here. Anyway, I'm coming back. So anyway, I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. We'll go on the shaft here. It's mad, I can still hear people. I mean, probably people up here still. But it just sounds like them two people again, as if I'm being followed.
When the host arrives at Hilton Colliery for an overnight camp, he hears men laughing and coughing in the woods near the old mine. Not knowing who they are and worried they might be hostile, he decides to leave and come back another time when it feels safer.
The thing is, right now, it's 10:30 at night. 10:15 at night, it's still bright. I'm just not too sure about them people who followed me. Anyway, guys, what I did is I don't live too far. I went home and took my big backpack off and got changed quick. And I came back. What is that? It's like an heron. Oh my god. Guys, that terrified me. So I did promise Catherine, because of what happened, then people following me, that I'd be back for like 1:30 in the morning. I'm not too sure what's going to happen right now, but I'm going to head through to the shafts. I'm going to do like a little bit of a paranormal, and I'll probably stay till like 1:30, guys, and then head home, as I don't want Catherine to get too worried about me and with people following me, and they had the equipment on my back. It was too heavy to run. So guys, I've come back.
When he comes back after dark, he sets up his gear near the old mine shafts. He starts hearing unexplained footsteps and feels like several presences are moving around him. He moves cautiously through the darkness, knowing there could be both real people and paranormal activity nearby.
Watching me, like they say, guys, there's twinkling eyes from the miners that they see here in the bushes. So have you seen any twinkling eyes, anyone? You scream at the telly. Got my REM pod, I've got the K2, because these are the things that give me clarification, especially the REM pod. And we got loads of K2 activity last time I was here, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the REM pod, because if it beeps, it's only ever gone off once or twice on my episodes, guys, so if it beeps, that's giving me some clarification. I really can't see anybody around yet, guys, there's nobody around. So I'm going to set this up right over here. Like I said, I'm on the pit shaft. Oh, you can see over there the vent pod. But what I'll do, guys, I'll keep you on my tripod just for a second. It's a lot easier, you see. It's a lot easier. Why I tell you a few stories. Guys, I'm going to read you a little bit of it out quick, because like I said, there's people around here and I don't want to. They followed me back if they see me here with a big camera like this on a tripod. Who knows what'll happen. Well, I'm literally set up here. I've got a lantern, I've got the GoPro, I've got a REM pod and a K2. I've got my trusty torch. But right now I'm still hearing like creaks. And cracks.
His K2 meter and RPODS start spiking repeatedly. Small lights appear in the distance, sudden noises break the silence, and the spirit talker gives cryptic messages hinting at miners who died in the 1910 collapse. The atmosphere gets heavier as the activity picks up.
11 o'clock. I can hear footsteps. I'll put the spirit talker on the floor here. Guys, I'm getting eaten by midges.
Found my body.
They found my body. They found my body. Was it here where they found your body? In this exact spot? Can you tell me your name? Is your name on the memorial down the road? Seriously, guys, I feel it.
The spirit talker starts giving warnings like, "Please run now." He takes these as possible messages from the miners who died there, which makes the whole situation even more tense and uncertain.
Stuart, can you come and stand on the shafts for me, mate? Maybe switch the lantern on and off. Would you do that?
Civil.
Civil? Yeah, I'm civil, mate. I'm not here for anything else. Just to find out why you're still here. I know you had a bad accident, but you've not been able to cross over, maybe? Seriously, these midges are getting to me, guys. Maybe I'll... Hello? Guys, I'm not trying to scare myself. It's scary enough as it is. You can probably understand that. But I did promise you I'd come back and get you some paranormal. But and then people as well, guys, I'm fucking terrified.
More names and broken messages come through the device, and footsteps start circling him. He feels several unseen presences getting closer, making it clear he's being surrounded.
So I'm going to leave now. And is there anything you'd like to say before I leave on the machine? Please do so. Jack, if you're here.
I'm feeling tired.
Feeling tired. This could be residual where they're getting weak, guys, from the accident. Right, I'm going to let you go then. Don't want to disturb you anymore. I'm going to pack my stuff up and go now. I appreciate you talking to me, I really do. Thank you so much. Hopefully one day we can talk again when you're not as tired. But for now, I'll let you go. So guys, it's still going. They're telling me to get out of here, and they like the dark and stuff. Right guys, I think I'm going to get out of here now, because Spirit Talker was going crazy saying get out and stuff, so, and saying they was tired and things like that. I don't want to be disturbing any spirits if they don't want to chat, guys. I'm done now. I did my adventure.
The spirit talker then says it's tired and tells him to leave. Realizing there's both real danger and increasing paranormal activity, he packs up his equipment and decides it's no longer safe to stay alone in the woods. Brothers Wild is a UK channel run by two brothers who explore remote areas, abandoned buildings, creepy castles, and other spooky spots, often camping overnight to capture whatever happens. Their videos are raw, unpolished, and focused on real reactions rather than flashy editing. This particular adventure takes place on August 3rd, 2024, at a haunted castle in the United Kingdom.
Do you spirit box in here?
Yeah. What was this room used for?
Not get anything yet. Yeah, leave it. Look at this room. I'm assuming. Oh, so sad. 1916?
Nah.
I swear to God, look at the can writing though as well.
There's no way.
Look at the writing.
Is that carved?
It says 1916.
It's carved. What does it say?
It says. Don't know.
For Hendrix. Henry.
Henry. I don't know.
Henry. So look. Moses. Is that lovely? Me. Joe. There's no way that's 1916. Look at the writing. It's carved. It's carved into the rock.
There's loads of writing on here.
The brothers carefully make their way through the castle's dark hallways, using only their torches to cut through the shadows. They stop to check out old markings on the walls, some from as far back as the 1940s, while talking about how creepy the place feels. At one point, one of them spots something moving at the edge of their light. Whispered comments, soft rustling, and distant thuds start stacking up, making the atmosphere even more tense as they move toward an area known for past activity.
41. Wow. All these are real because they're carved in, so they're not going to go anywhere, are they? No. 80 years old, that writing. I know the buildings are 800 years old. It's so crazy to see. It's like them slugs.
They catch a dark shape sliding through the beam of their lights, and the camera actually dims for a moment like something solid just crossed in front of it. The figure looks oddly angular, almost box-shaped, nothing like a normal shadow.
It's on record as well.
Is it recording? Did you hear that? Yeah. That. I just heard like a really like a I can't explain it. Huh?
What's going on here?
What's going on here? What was that? Oh! Whoa! Bro, I just seen something like a thing move past.
No, something walked past the light,
yes,
bro.
Yes, I seen it. I swear
Something walked past the light.
I seen it. 100%.
They turn on their spirit boxes and recorders, and faint whispers start coming through from somewhere in the castle. At one point, the recorder even picks up what sounds like a short conversation, despite no one being there. The brothers look around nervously, trying to figure out where the sounds are coming from.
As I turned, the light dimmed. It's on the camera.
Yeah, we got it. We picked it up.
It's crazy.
I need to come back here.
And the good thing is, as well, all three of us are in that frame.
Yeah.
You can see all three of us. None of us walk past
No one's
that.
there.
You can see us all standing there.
Great evidence, that is.
That is the best thing that's happened.
That is manifest.
As
that
well
is
as the
a
harp
that's
music.
something physical.
That was crazy.
We've never had a physical
I could feel
thing
the
like that.
floorboards. You can tell someone. These just to show you the camera. Look, these move. Right. You could just feel someone walking
past.
That's why we looked. You can just you know when someone's walking past you.
Yeah.
And then the light dimmed, and when I seen that light dim, it.
That's why I said I caught it on camera.
I just see a mask go past the light.
Yeah.
The dark shape shows up again, gliding past the camera as the lights flicker like something is moving through the room. One brother steps forward, but there's nothing there. Just the heavy feeling of being watched and the faint sound of footsteps on the old wooden floor.
It's not Eric. Matilda. Are you the hooded man?
Getting goosebumps all over my legs.
Dead cold.
Yeah, it's like
I can feel it.
I can't even.
Oh, goosebumps. Like static.
All up my hairs are standing up.
If there's anybody here, could you please go to red? We want to know if you're here.
Did you just speak into that device? Come to this one. Oh, it's gone freezing cold.
Yeah, it's freezing.
It's not even cold out here.
It's not. It's about 14 degrees.
It's hot. I need to. I'd love to. I don't know what the word is when you. It's dead hard to explain, but it was square. It was straight at the edges. It wasn't like a rounded or a misty thing. It was like cubed, almost like digital.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain. It was just. I just seen straight lines, but like a block of it move.
Wow.
And then as I point, if you look at the footage, I point straight at it. The light dims as it walks past to verify what I'm pointing at. It's crazy.
We all seen it because we've seen the light glow.
I seen it with my own eyes. I didn't see the light dim at first. I just seen something moving towards it.
Yeah.
And then you look at the footage, and it literally walks in front of the light or goes through the light. Crazy. And then after that, we just kept hearing multiple noises.
After things go quiet, they check their footage and see the moment the light dimmed when something moved through the hallway earlier. The castle feels oddly calm between these bursts of activity, which makes every new sound hit even harder.
Breathing.
Oh my god.
That's a conversation.
Yeah,
it sounds.
I'm on camera.
It's like whispering.
Yeah.
That's not our voice. That is not us. That's a man.
That's breathing.
That's a man talk. That's a man. I know we're men, but I mean, it's a different man.
It's like an old.
It's a different man.
They make one last attempt to find the source of the flickering lights and strange sounds, feeling a heavy presence nearby even though nothing is visible. Their final footage shows more dimming, small movements, and odd audio clips before they back out of the area. All night they capture quick but intense moments, visual glitches, whispers, and a dark shape crossing their light, each followed by silence. They wrap up by noting how unpredictable the castle was and reviewing the evidence they caught. This eerie clip comes from Grizzly Gas, a UK creator known for wild camping, exploring abandoned places, digging into local legends, and doing nighttime paranormal investigations. His videos mix chill outdoor adventures with creepy atmosphere, and he's often joined by his cute dog, Fendi. This particular outing takes place on October 31st, 2022, at Stony Ride Cemetery and the Old Church of England site in Halifax, England.
About 10 minutes, just not moving. Now she's moving now, look. Creeping. Come on, you little creeper. I need to watch where I'm walking because I don't want to do my ankle over up here in a haunted graveyard. Alright, let's sit down on this on these vaults here. Hello, is anyone here? Hello, is there anybody here? Anybody with me? Is the lady in white here? Turn that off. Not sure I heard something down there then.
Gaz sets up his camp next to old crypts and burial vaults. Alone with his dog Fendi, the place feels heavy, especially knowing thousands of bodies were moved here from other churches and that history hangs in the air. Faint church bells echo through the cemetery as night falls. Gaz starts checking the area with his gear, calling out for any response.
Hello? Oh, gentle. Hello? If someone's here, will you come and say something into this device?
Lower.
Lower? What do you mean lower? Lower what? Lower in the ground?
Albert.
Albert? Who's Albert?
Gaz sets up camp beside old crypts with only his dog Fendi, and the place feels unsettling, especially knowing thousands of bodies were moved here long ago. Distant church bells echo as night falls, and he begins scanning the area with his equipment, calling out for any activity. The air grows tense and unusually still, hinting that something could happen.
Hello? Hello? She's gone back under there again, look. What are you doing under there, mate? Do you like it under there or what? Not going to be your house?
He spots movement near the crypts, small shapes shifting in the dim light. Whether it's just animals or something else, the sudden motion immediately heightens the tension.
Where it's, hold on, look. Can maybe have a look inside here. Can you see out? Looks even creepier now, doesn't it, in dark? Come on, mate. Hello? What's up with you, Fenzel?
go and have a look at the what? Strange little creature. Looks like there's someone coming up here.
Hello?
A small, unclear shadow or figure shows up for a moment near one of the vaults. Fast but noticeable enough to make Gaz stop and look harder into the dark. By morning, nothing is confirmed as paranormal, but the old graves, strange shadows, and unexplained movement leave him unsure of what he experienced. He and Fendi pack up and leave the cemetery, still feeling uneasy from the night. This creepy footage comes from the Bell Explorers, a UK channel that visits abandoned, strange, and sometimes haunted places. Their videos are more about real reactions than polished filmmaking, mixing casual exploring with light paranormal investigation. This clip was filmed on May 19th, 2024, in Pluckley, Kent, an area locals call the Screaming Woods.
No. Probably won't catch no fish and all to scare them all away. Come on, spirits. If there's any spirits out there, we would like to meet you. We're only here for interest. Hey? Make a rustle in the bushes or anything to let us know you're there. Anything. All I can hear is water droplets off the trees. Please change my mind. Make me believe.
The two explorers move carefully through the forest, listening for any small sound. They call out, asking for a noise or movement if anything is there, but the woods stay strangely still. No wind, no animals, just distant rustling and dripping water.
I got excited then. I heard this tapping noise.
A soft tapping sound suddenly cuts through the silence, quiet but intentional, and instantly changes the mood of the night.
Yes, come from over there somewhere.
Do it again. Definitely see it that time.
Go.
Yeah, I think I'm not seeing on that.
Yeah.
A much louder, sharper sound blasts from deeper in the woods, making both explorers freeze on the spot before reacting in obvious fear.
I ain't with that. That's not a piece of me, that. I can't deal with it. That is not a piece of me. I weren't expecting it.
No, I wasn't.
Hell, can't believe that.
Oh, that's mental. I wasn't expecting to hear anything.
No, well, gotta get out of here. That.
They head out immediately, hurrying through the trees as the camera shakes and captures their fear. Once back in their car, they talk about how fast the atmosphere changed. The tapping and that sudden loud hit clearly rattled them, reminding them how unpredictable the screaming woods can be. Even without seeing anything, the sounds alone made the experience intense. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.